we are good to establish quorum.
Done.
So, public comment. To receive oral communications from members of the public. Members of the public may address the Finance Committee for up to 3 minutes, longer with the permission of the chair. The Finance Committee will not engage in discussion on topics raised during public comment, but may choose to add the topic to a future agenda. This agenda segment will be limited to 15 minutes unless time is extended at the discretion of the chair. Seeing no members of the public here and no communications from any other sources either, we will bypass this. So, our first order of business is to review and approve the meeting minutes from our November 15th, which is attached in the draft. It was in the posting as well.
Second.
Did John retire?
Yeah. Any edits or anything? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing, seeing none, passes. Meetings are approved. Excellent. So, first up, town administrator's report. What have we got going on?
Well, we don't have the quarterly reports, we won't have them until next month. Right now it's budget. We're officially kicking off the 2024 budget cycle. Another year our lives are gone, but the packets are out and the department managers are all working on their goals for the fiscal year and tying that into their budget proposals as well as their annual reports for the previous fiscal year. So that's kind of the focus right now. We've spent a lot of time working on getting new hires in place. We've had tremendous turnover throughout the last year. It kind of started, a lot of them were COVID-induced retirements, if you will. People maybe weren't considering retiring, and a lot of people just pulled the plug then, and now these are more planned. We had a clue that these were going to be happening, but it's still very time consuming when you have a lot of the key managers transitioning. We've got great people jumping in, excited to work with them, but it takes a little while.
So what are we looking at in turnover for the administration or for
The town
staff?
clerk.
Well, I know. Do we have a number or a percentage?
I don't off the top of my head.
For instance, we look at, in our industry, salespeople, it's a 60% turnover generally, which is pretty high. Other turnover is about 40%.
Yeah, you don't usually have that municipal year. Frequently it's, people, I think we're the one place that people still spend a 20-year career. Maybe not in the same exact town, but, the same profession, same field. But, yeah, we've had a number of them this year. We've got a couple more projected, so.
Pensions are old.
Is Leslie gone now, or she's going?
She retired December 31st.
She just left, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it Gretchen?
Gretchen will be taking over until the next election.
And she's technically
Assistant town clerk, yep. So.
Oh yeah, we never got that one. That was the candidate pool.
Well, fortunately, I mean, again, because it's an elected position, it's difficult, but what we did was we brought Gretchen in to train under Leslie in the hopes, she's a resident, a town resident, in the hopes that she would be successful in the next election, but whoever, you can't say with any certainty. Certainly, she's done an outstanding job, so I have.
We tried to make that a point,
We
they
can campaign
didn't
for her
want.
on that basis.
Yeah.
Is there anything
You
on
hear
the
what we
horizon that
tried?
you see coming before the end of the year for budgetary problems?
Oh,
I mean, we're having the same issues that everyone's having at home in terms of expenses and things like that, but nothing dramatic as of, sitting here right now. I think we should make it through the end of the fiscal year. Okay. You'll probably see some reserve fund transfers, but I don't think it'll go beyond
beyond
what you've
Fifth
ever
Street.
appropriated.
Heating and electric?
That's likely where you'll see the reserve fund transfers. Fuel, you may see PD. It's tracking a little bit higher than where we would normally see it at this point in the year, but they're putting controls in place to try and keep it down. Everyone's conscious of it, tracking it. We do every month. We look at it, evaluate. The department managers, put controls in place to try and keep it down. The goal is to make it through June 30th without needing anything, but I wouldn't be surprised some of them that if you see DPW or PD in here, I wouldn't be shocked.
This building is,
It's included in
it's
our
included
lease,
in our
right?
lease,
Well,
right?
we pay it
Right,
through with our lease payment, yeah,
yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So the three buildings would be library, PD, DPW,
Fire.
Yep,
and fire.
yep, yep.
4 buildings.
But this is pass-through, isn't it? In other words, are we
So we
separately metered here, or is it included in the lease?
It's not included in our lease pay, we pay our 12-month lease payment,
Right.
and then we pay a portion of the utilities is
Oh,
a portion of.
Okay,
that's
so
right.
that's
So each
also-
month we pay it
So
with
that
our
could-
lease
So
Okay.
payment.
that's a,
Yep,
that's,
Yep.
I misunderstood.
What about
Yep.
gasoline, is that prepaid already? If you're gonna get a bill 6 months in favor,
no, gasoline isn't permitted.
get a lower cost
The,
this year.
the project for solar
How
for
about the
the
buildings are, but not
landfill,
gasoline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'll be a
is that going forward?
I'm sorry,
That's a
The pro-
question, right?
the- Is the project for the solar for the landfill going forward?
yes, yep, that's still moving forward, ever so slowly, but it is still moving forward, yep.
And one last piece on things moving forward.
Mhm.
When are they going to take down the barriers on Larkin Road and Parish Road?
Next Tuesday, the 10th, the select board will have, before them, an opportunity to vote to release the tripartite agreement. We received confirmation this morning from Bayside Engineering, who are our peer engineers, that everything was installed properly. So I think you could expect next week to see it reopened.
Okay, I was down there
Yep.
this week and saw, oh, it looks like everything's done.
Yeah, they did, I believe they did the guardrails on the 28th or somewhere at the end of the week, and then our engineer went out today, this morning.
Okay.
And is there anything, looking ahead, I know it's early, but do we have dates? We should have dates on ATM, right? Do you
Yep.
know what's the date on
Yeah,
that, just so we can all have that as our.
It's always the third Tuesday in April.
Which would be.
They haven't
18th.
voted it officially,
But that's.
it will be coming soon, but that's generally when they do it,
April 18th.
18th.
yeah.
What is that?
Annual town meeting.
Annual town meeting.
Yep, and it does bounce between the 18th and the 25th. They, look and see what's going on. And, my guess is the way everything's falling this season will probably be the 25th.
When will,
Okay, and if there's an election, that is the first Tuesday of May,
Usually the second.
second?
yeah,
But once I have those dates, they haven't been proposed yet. I'll
Okay.
get them off to you guys.
now what are we looking at for us getting the budget? Do we know? Roughly the
It's
same
usually
as-
the end of March.
Yeah.
Yep. Expect it to be on track.
How's our retirement costs going?
As far
Any
as
surprises?
Essex Regional?
Yeah,
Essex Regional went up, is projected to go up
that's what I thought.
huge
I
this
looked
year.
at their, I looked
Um,
at their website and it's, it looks
We're
like-
gonna have I have a meeting with Mr. Costro coming up, but,
Chuck.
yeah, we'll be having some conversations, but, The good news is we're living longer, I guess.
Yeah.
And retiring earlier.
Not for most people in the pension system, other than police officers.
Well,
State and police
Well,
and
yeah.
fire go early, but,
yeah, and teachers aren't in Essex. So.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's a formula that you know, to.
Yeah. I mean, on average, to get your 80% or whatever, you're well in excess of 30 years. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
yeah.
normal retirement.
Yeah. How about fire?
They're public safety.
Yeah.
So they go, public safety go early.
How many permanent fire do we have?
4.
4 still.
We did get a grant that's going to allow us to pick up 2, but it's fully funded by the grant. And I don't, they
Except for
haven't hired-
retirement.
Well, yeah, if we keep them, if we
Yeah,
keep them.
Yeah.
You
You
have
know,
to.
at the end of the
Yeah.
grant, you have to make.
But you have to, correct?
No, you do not. You do not have to keep them any
Do you have to pay
longer.
back the grant?
No,
Okay.
no, it's changed. That was the first question we asked, because that's exactly how it used to be when they had the cops fast or cops more or whatever it was. You had to make a commitment
Yeah.
to keep them. So, but this is, I mean, as much as, you know, people are concerned, this is not something that should be new. I mean, Chief Jammern has had his rolling 5-year plan and has been talking about it for at least 5 years, about the problem with filling shifts and the call firefighters. And so it's certainly not coming as a surprise.
Years get you 80%.
35 years, 36 years. Somewhere around there. Gotta have the age. So,
That's gonna be the next big issue,
what's
I
that?
think, retirement costs.
It's always been,
Everywhere
it's
across the
always been a
state.
big issue.
Yeah, it's gonna be bigger, I think. 'Cause we're living longer.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Pensions
always
worked
been.
when everyone smoked.
That's true.
Everyone smoked and no one exercised. Pensions were perfect. That's like 2.5 years.
You need a public service announcement.
Please don't.
Unintended consequences.
Good PSA.
Frank, his name is Frank.
Unintended consequences of smoking cessation. Increased pension costs.
What do they pay in? 9%?
Oh, no,
11?
11,
It is
13,
11.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, you know, a lot of it is
Yeah,
funded.
it's when
We
you-
fund, it's
Oh, yeah,
withheld from
it's
our
funded.
paychecks.
Yeah.
But there was a long period of time when there wasn't
Right.
withholding from the
Yeah.
paychecks. There was
Yeah.
still
We still have that
funding
liability.
that.
Any other questions or areas? I think so many of the other things are going to be dependent on other committees as to what's coming down for annual town meeting.
Yep.
Impact of bathrooms being ready on Plum Island, what
Yep.
that does to,
Operating budgets, you'll see
Operating
that
and that.
in the presentation.
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, great.
Yep.
And when you have those dates, we can then put them into
Yep.
our calendars as
For
well.
sure. I'll send them
Make
out
sure
as soon as they're voted.
Any joint meetings we have, or anything that would be helpful to have a joint meeting for,
Yeah, before
With
the
us.
ATM.
yeah, with the select
Okay.
board. I'd love to just make it worth
Set the
everybody's
dates.
time, set the dates of some
Yep.
of those so that we make sure we have quorum and that we can save people time from doing 2 presentations. We can all ask questions at the same time. I think
Yeah,
it's
that
great
worked well
because
last year.
It
I
helps.
think we did have to have an extra meeting. I want to
Yeah.
say there were either 2 in March or 2 in April. We
Mm-hmm.
had an extra meeting, but it worked, it seemed to work out well.
I
I'll
have-
do that model again, I'll get that scheduled.
Yeah, I have There's one Tuesday I'll be away in March right now, but other than that.
February 7th is an honorable event.
And so moving along to old business, there was no DCC meeting in December, it was canceled. The next one is in January on the, let's see here. It's on January 26th, and that one will be hosted at the Triton High School Library. And the formal decision for the letter of interest for the Triton campus will be discussed, then the decision at that point in time. Is there anything from capital planning or any of the other?
No, we don't have.
You don't have.
We'll have a meeting coming up. We've got a couple of things that we have to go over, but that's it.
Do we still have a November deadline for that, for their submissions?
Okay, that deadline for submissions has been roundly ignored in the past several years.
Well, that's why I
When
asked.
When people need things, they would come and say, we have a need for this, and we've dealt with it.
Yeah.
And it really has worked out just fine.
Although I will say, I do send out notice, and
Mhm.
people that have planned replacements always get them in by November 1st. But if
Yeah,
something
it's generally
happens,
The DPW, the
it's
fire
super.
department,
Yeah.
and the police department.
Yeah, yeah. But like, we were made aware of the HVAC system at the Newbury Elementary School.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You know,
There are
it needs that
emergent- there are-
fixed, we can't wait until next
Right.
November, you know, things like
Yeah.
that will come up periodically.
So, but
Marshall, is there a meeting coming before? We've got a meeting coming up, is that what you're saying?
No, I said I have scheduled, we don't have one coming up.
Okay, because I won't be around for February, so if there was something we can do before then, that'd be
Yeah, we'll
great.
do it before February.
Excellent. Anything under new business? I have no items that have been brought to me or items of discussion from any other departments or anything.
Nope.
So I think we are good to set, our next meeting is Tuesday, February 7th. And at that time, we'll have a quarterly report from the December end.
Yep.
And then we'll also have whatever, I'll be able to give a report from the DCC meeting.
And we'll have the same for the capital planning.
Terrific. And then we should also by then kind of have some ideas on budget dates and
Yeah.
upcoming meetings, so we can
I'll probably
think
send it to you
through-
before
yeah,
then.
we can set
Right.
through, kind of set through the agenda for March. And I think that would be good. It's not been one, feels like it's been quiet, and hopefully there won't be a huge drain on snow and ice anytime soon.
Not for the foreseeable future.
Touch wood.
I know.
Free cash, what was the number?
Hmm.
Do you have it on your head? Oh, all right. I was thinking, I don't have that down
Gee,
anywhere.
there've been 31 years of free cash certifications.
I know,
Yep.
I know.
I'll pull it out when I go.
It's probably, they're all about the same, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to get it, you can just send it to me.
Yeah.
I just, in my head, try to.
Excellent.
We're in good shape though. It's been-
Why, yeah, I know. I do know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We got any extra money to redo the lines in the roads so we can find our way over here? Scotland Road is,
Yeah, at night it's-
it was good at one time, but at night, you want.
I'm going to echo an old chief financial officer. There is no extra cash.
Oh, yeah.
That's
No,
a
but we
definition.
do,
We have free
we do have
cash.
funding for line striping,
Yeah,
so
I was
Scotland
telling
Road.
you.
Scotland Road, yeah, I thought it was just
The
me
whole
and I-
state needs to do it.
Gene and I almost ended up in Colby's farm. In the chicken coop.
I fight between high beams and then putting my high beams down because the car's coming. So the car's coming, I hope are going on the right side, so I stay to that. I'm exaggerating, but it is,
Yeah, I can check with the-
Tommy's car comes here on Orchard Street just by itself.
Follow me.
Yeah. I can talk
You
to
come Scotland, did you come Scotland Road?
I did,
You did?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I come.
But you're up
from-
higher, you're a little higher, well, no, you're not
I was in
higher.
Scotland Road to the highway, I
Yeah.
don't go,
No, I get on the highway,
yeah.
yeah. At least for a while, there's a nice line there.
I waited down the block from you, and as soon as you pulled out of your driveway, I
Didn't realize
followed.
you
Oh,
went off on the
did you?
south
Were you
side.
following me?
Just the guy following you, I was right on your tail.
You know, those night driving glasses work. I wouldn't admit that in large sort of, but those night driving glasses work.
Yeah,
Right,
They're,
you're
they're,
on TV.
they're sort of like an, they're.
Oh, the
And
yellowish ones?
visions.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they
It's
reduced
like
the
a,
glare.
it's like a shooter's lens almost, like,
Yeah,
you know,
okay, okay.
and I,
You're too young for that.
when it's raining at night, like, I cannot see. I think it's, you
That's
know,
what Gene and I was saying, we can't see that.
And they do work.
And if you turn down your dash lights, it helps too.
Yes.
You don't have
It's
to-
just to be a further admission
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
failure of my, age-related failure of my,
But the headlights is so, you know.
There's the problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the LED headlights are really.
Oh, we should adjourn, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.